Welcome back to Gemstone Podcast. My name is Lance. I go by LP. I have Shy and Zack with me today. We are excited about today's episode. But before we get started, please make sure you go follow and share and like and subscribe to our podcast. We're on several platforms. We're on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, Pandora Podcasts, and Spotify Anchor. Now, while we get started, or we segue into this topic, so y'all, I've been thinking about this. I think as all of us on this call are 30 plus. So we're millennials. And I want to pose a question just so we can have a roundtable conversation. Just a roundtable conversation. With us being in this generation, do you think that we have broken the mold and have achieved a generational success when it comes to overcoming generational barriers as millennials at a faster rate or a more successful rate than our predecessors? And the only reason I ask this question is because I've been back reading. So when I get to reading, I get to thinking too much. So I've been reading a lot of books and reading. I read a chapter in the Bible every night, and I'm picked up this new book I've been reading, and it made me think about. They had laws of something. I don't know what it was, but they had 10 laws in there, and I thought about the 10 laws in which it presented, and they talked a lot about how specified laws within this book didn't apply to like Gen Z or Gen X, how it applied to the millennials because of our way of thinking. And then it also kind of transcended more in the manuscript about how success in this particular generation that we are part of, the millennial generation, has reached a point that most generations are going to have a hard time following. Now, so that made me think, like, man, this is a good roundtable conversation because I'm in this generation. I know I've achieved a lot. Shy has, Zack has, and I'm pretty sure a lot of our listeners have as well, who are also in that same demographic. And we might have an older population and a younger population who may disagree, but I just want to have this conversation because it opens things up from a more progressional standpoint to discuss this. So what y'all think?
It's a hell no to me. We done went backwards. If you want to keep it completely honest with you.
Why do you say that, though, Z?
We had Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, all these real baby boomers that paved the way for the things that we get to do today. And in just the past 5 years, we've lost more things that our ancestors worked for in 5 years. That's crazy.
When you say that, I mean Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, those are individuals who are fighting for civil rights. That's something we don't have to fight for in this generation. I think in this generation, we have to fight for or leery to the eye because we have civil rights, but do we? We have equal opportunity, but do we truly have equal opportunity? We have,
if you have to ask those questions, that means we still fighting for it, right?
That's my point.
So we haven't went further. We ain't stayed stagnant, but I do feel like we went backwards. Maybe at a point we was going good on the upward trajectory, but lately, since what year Trump get in?
Ooh, he was after Obama. His first year, yeah, it had to be 2014, 2015, wasn't it?
It's been on a downward trend since then, my brother. It's been on a downward trend, but since then, a downward trend since before then. Hey man, if you really look at the things, like I'm looking at it as a black man and as black people, as a black person, I'm looking at it as just a person. You don't lost Roe v. versus Wade. You lost books in the high schools and classrooms that actually gave historical facts. We lost DEI. Even if you say it wasn't meant for black people or whatever, you lost it. It was meant to help. We got people in the Supreme Court just doing whatever the hell they want right now.
But that goes back to my question, and Shy, jump in whenever you want. I don't want me and Zack to overshadow the conversation. But that goes back to my point though. When I was reading those books, and it says the millennial generation is the generation that has acquired.
I'm waiting to jump in. Trust
has acquired success that it's going to be hard for other generations to come. Now, Zack, when you think about a generation, I'm speaking about everybody. I'm speaking about European white, Black Americans, Hispanic Americans, all nationalities as one as a generation. So from that framework of what was written, it was written in mind. So as a ethnic group, we probably have taken a step back in some cases. Maybe not a huge step back, maybe just like a slide, but I think when it comes to the more traditional concept of what the foundation of what America has been built on, they've taken a major step forward. So I would agree that, yeah, but as a Black man who is a leader and, a community activist and wants to see the people who look like him succeed, I would agree with you 100%. We have definitely taken some type of slide back or just a smidget back. But that even goes back. Yeah, we had Martin Luther King, we had Malcolm X fighting, we had all these people fighting for equal rights and equality, but we have never really been given the factuality of equality as an ethnic group, period. It's always been the term but, B-U-T. We hired him, but we got them, but we're gonna provide these food stamps, but we're gonna give this housing, but you can't do, it's always been a but. It's never been true equal rights, equal playing field or a landscape, so to speak, for us as Black Americans as an ethnicity. But I will say this. I think that the Black culture for our generation has found a niche or found a way to carve out a unique area for financial gain and financial prosperity that a lot of other ethnic groups have followed when it comes to dressing or when it comes to clothing, when it comes to fashion, when it comes to entrepreneurship, demanding the same treatment in some type of way. I think our generation definitely has done that because we really don't. When I speak to a lot of millennials, we really don't conform to what is considered to be the status quo. We always kind of bucking the system, so to speak. So in my perspective, we're kind of radicals a little bit. Like we like to go against the grain, but I could be wrong. But I digress. I'm gonna let Shante go.
Well, I'm gonna say we have tremendously progressed. I ain't gonna say 100%, but we at least in about 80, 85. Our children won't even have to work hard as we worked. Just like we didn't have to work hard as our parents had worked. Our kids that's coming after us, some of these kids are going to be millionaires when they're teenagers. Just because of the world that we live in right now. Just because of social media. Just because of becoming entrepreneurship in high school and middle school. Just because of us creating generational wealth right now. Or just because of our parents creating generational wealth right now. So I believe we definitely progress. A few things. So yeah, we went for it, right? Even if you think about now and 20 years ago, like right now, we have the most Black women entrepreneurs in the world, in America. We have the most richest Black woman, Oprah Winfrey, from America. We have so many businesses here that's developed and started by Black people that we did not even have 20 or 30 years ago. That's one thing. Another thing is we're progressed so much that we no longer have to rely on a system to be successful. We don't have to go to college no more. We don't have to get the steel mill and work your way up to a manager no more. We don't have to take so and so and so and so and so and so from this person and work. We don't have to wash clothes or be a housekeeper or be a maid or be a secretary. You don't have to do those things no more. Now some people do, but we don't have to. That's not the world we live in anymore. So we don't have to go by the system anymore. And our generation has really afforded that luxury by not having to go by the system no more. It's so many of us now that's curated a life for ourselves that doesn't require going by the system. That's why you see so many right now. It's the lowest rate of Black men in higher education. It's the lowest rate of Black men even apply for college this coming fall. But then it's on both sides because they have realized that we no longer have to abide by a certain system to be successful. We can walk down the street. It was a time in America, a time in Houston, Texas, where we could not walk down the street, where we had to stay in our own neighborhoods, where we had to build our own neighborhoods up. Now we can go anywhere. We can go here, there. We can move in across the street from somebody. Nobody gonna burn the house down. Nobody gonna beat us up. Nobody gonna. Now, yeah, you might have a little tensions, but the odds of that actually happening right now is like maybe 8 out of 10, or not 8 out of 10, 2 out of 10, maybe. But the odds of someone actually, right now, people would rather just not talk to you. Or they'll do other little things like maybe complain to the HOA on you or something like that. So we can actually walk down the street. Then Texas used to be a sundown town. Probably when my mama was born, not too long ago. So I mean, think about that. It used to be a sundown town. Now it's 90% inhabited by Hispanic people. So just think about that. We progressed. No, and black people are buying back the block. We was not doing it. Now we have taken little tokens from our ancestors, the boycotting. We're boycotting um commercial businesses now. The same thing our ancestors did. Our ancestors showed us what the black dollar can do. Boycotting the bus system. They dismantled a whole system in America, a whole segregation system by just not putting 25 cents. And we're doing the same thing right now. Walmart is feeling it. Target is feeling it. Who else? The airline companies. The Delta is feeling it. All these companies are feeling our impact. The fact that we're not giving them our 25 cents, or the fact that we're pulling back from the 25 cents. We might give it to them on 1 week, but we gonna skip a few weeks. They're feeling that, and there was a point in time you couldn't do that. We also have more resources now. We have a black bank, so you don't got a bank with Chase or Bank America. You can go to a black bank. We got black grocery stores. We don't got to shop at HEB. We choose to. We have black businesses. We have black schools. We have, a minority-owned institutions that we can utilize that we don't have to utilize. We don't have to patron white businesses. And if somebody say they could do that back then, they lying. Now back then they had to in segregation, but they could still patron white business. They just had to go to the back door. Right now, we don't have to at all. If we don't want to. We can literally. I can spend my dollar black for an entire week without having to patron a white business. If that's not progressive, now, like I said, we have the most entrepreneurs, especially black women. Black women, we are the leading entrepreneurs in the world. Black women have the most businesses. We're leading in that shit. And that wasn't even a thing 20 years, 30 years ago. What else? So Trump, this whole Trump thing, DEI, all that stuff. Like I said, DEI, it's like women rights, the women prohibition movement. All that was created by white women. Susan B. Anthony, all the people. That was to help white women get a seat at the table. That had nothing to do with black women. But yes, black women, we did benefit off of it, down the line. But that had nothing to do with it. Just like the DEI. DEI started because Susan wanted to be a CEO of a major company, and her white male counterparts did not allow her to be. This is why this all started. It has nothing to do with us. But yes, we benefited off of it. So as far as that, I haven't seen any black woman CEOs be terminated yet. The CEO of human resources for Bath and Body Works is a black woman. One of the head of Walmart is a black woman. Who else? What's another? Harris County. It's a few different departments in Harris County that are led by black women. So or minority women. So it's like I haven't seen any of us be let go because of DEI. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's a big deal, but let's be real. They cancel DEI, but what they gonna do? They gonna say, okay, we cancel DEI, so Kiki, you can't come to work no more. No, they want Kiki to get in here and make their money for their company. So I ain't seen no black women lose no jobs over no DEI. Now, all DEI gonna do is allow them to hire more white men. That's it. And black men need to realize that too. Without DEI, he can hire more white men. They can, where it used to be like a little pie chart, you had to have 2 of this, 2 of that, 2 of this, and 4 of that. You can have 4, 5 white people, 2 blacks, 1 Asian, and 1 Middle Eastern. They don't have that no more. So now, companies at the head, you might see 6 whites and maybe 1 black or 1 Middle Eastern. That's what's going to change it. But it doesn't necessarily affect, it doesn't necessarily affect black women. Let's be honest. What else? Okay, so what I was saying about Trump, and I'm the biggest orange Cheeto hater. I don't like the orange agent. I don't like Agent Orange. Never liked him. I didn't like him on Celebrity Apprentice. I didn't like him back in the day. I didn't like him when he was on the show Pose. When he was talking about Central Park 5. I didn't like him. Never liked him. But I will say this, though. A lot of the stuff that he has put in place, it has helped entrepreneurs. He's scratching his own back and scratching his homeboys' back. And that has trickled down and helped us entrepreneurs. The stuff, these loans, these grants, PPP, FBA, all this stuff has helped a lot of entrepreneurs and a lot of fake entrepreneurs. It's people still living off of FBA loans right now. And the pandemic was 5 years ago. So it's a negative cause and effect. But of course, Trump is an entrepreneur at heart, right? He's a businessman at heart, even though he's not a good one, but he is, which a lot of business people are not good at what they do. But you don't have to be good at what you do to be successful. You just have to put your foot forward and do this. So he scratched his own back, his businesses. He wanted to make sure his stuff was afloat. That's why they did all this stuff, to protect him, to protect his homeboys, Bezos, all his friends. All his friends with this billions of dollars. want to protect their companies during these harsh times. And like I said, that trickle down helped us too. So yeah, nothing he has done so far has really had any straight up effects on adults as far as entrepreneurs goes. More so had effect on the children and the cutting the education. But that's a whole different topic. Yeah, that's what I gotta say. I think we've progressed tremendously, and I think when I have kids, our kids are not gonna have to work hard. That's straight up. Like my mama call us, mama say us millennial 90s baby, we air conditioned baby. We grew up in the AC, Central Air Central Heat. So we AC babies. Our kids, they finna be electric babies. They finna be charge your car in the garage babies. AI babies. They finna be robots in your house picking up your shit babies. They got the restaurant out here, Crafty Crab, they're using robots to wait on you now, bring you your food. They've been doing it like a year or two, honestly. But yeah, they don't even have to have waiters no. They got a robot to come bring your food. So that's what our kids are gonna have. They're gonna be a lot more progressive than us as well because they have afforded all the luxury that we have helped afford for them.
Agreed. Now, when I pull up research and it says some things about the millennials versus Gen X and the boomers and etc., it says that the millennials have a higher rate of education, a higher rate of income being given to the home. They have a lower rate of life satisfaction. They're in the middle when it comes to wealth. Entrepreneurship, the highest rate. Home ownership, the lowest rate due to so many student loans they acquired during gaining higher education. So that's interesting. But a lot of what you said, though, Shah, is very true. We have progressed. I just think that, that conversation is just interesting, man, because each generation paid its dues.
And think about that. They just said we have a lower rate of buying homes. Well, guess what? A lot of us are moving to different states and different countries.
Yes.
I know 3, 4, 5 people that moved out of America this year. So that's why we're not buying houses. We don't stay put long. We moving too much. And our parents stayed put. They in the neighborhood they was in 20, 30 years ago.
They're very much so creatures of habit for sure.
Hey,
yeah, go ahead, Z.
I wrote some things down while y'all was talking and stuff, and it just kind of got me real quick. So if you want to say have our generation progressed, I would say yes. When it comes to technology and stuff like that, yeah, we have progressed. We have been blessed to be the computer kids, learn all these things, have phones that are computers and all this stuff. Absolutely. But as people, I don't think we have progressed. I think a lot of the systematic racism and everything is still here today. I think racism and everything is still here today. That is not a progression. That is still a digression in every sense of the way. We talk about the DEI. The reason that most of us millennials are able to go to school is because of DEI. So we was able to get into these PWIs in all these schools because we was underneath the system to go to school to make money. We can boycott. Yes, we boycott. We learn from our ancestors and stuff like that from things in the past generations, but we still, as people, ain't really went up that far. And we talk about the entrepreneur stuff. Yeah, it's cool if you're trying to be an entrepreneur and you have that goal to be an entrepreneur, but everybody in America ain't an entrepreneur. It's a lot of us blue collar, hardworking people that we know can't pay rent sometimes, living check to check. That check he helped the millionaires and entrepreneurs. That's cool if you got some bread or you got some type of sense to get it, but everybody ain't got that opportunity to go get it like that. And we still can't walk down the street. And Shop, you want me to be honest with you? I know you ain't gonna walk down the street at night.
Well, we can't.
I ain't walking down the street at night. I don't care where I'm at. I'm always cautious walking down the street at night. I go to Friendswood and I still don't walk down the street at night. We forget about Trayvon Martin? We forget about all these police shootings?
Nope. But I'm saying we can though. Like it was a time when we couldn't at all. Like yes, we kind of ran the risk of being hurt, but it was a time where we couldn't do that at all. It was a time where we had our own designated neighborhoods in Houston that we could not, we couldn't venture off from it. We don't have that right now. We can live it. We live in all these different places now.
Still our designated area.
No, it's not.
Majority of the time, where do you see most of us at? You see a couple of us in certain areas, suburb areas where we all still together, but we all still clustered.
I mean, but white people in the projects too, though.
Few of them.
They have learned to use the system as well. We ain't the only ones there. It ain't just us in there.
It's all of us in there.
And just to think about it, all it takes is one family member in that project to say, you know what? I'm gonna move out of here, and they all gonna follow suit. So no, we can walk down the street, we can go here and there. I can go in the River Oaks if I want to go. I can go wherever I want to go. It was a time where I could not do that. Now, yeah, certain places gonna look at you a little sideways. Yeah, you might get a little stare or something like that, but nobody gonna be like, oh, well, you can't come in here. They might ask you. Sometimes you might get a little question asked to you.
No, we ain't never
Who
gonna
you
get
know
that. You
around
can't
here?
come in here no more, right?
Who you know over here? That might what you get. Somebody around here. That's what you might get.
We're not gonna get the you can't come in here no more, but you're gonna get the I'm still getting followed, watching what you need. Can I help you with this? What are you looking for over here? Can I get this for you? Ma'am, you don't bother nobody else.
But that's not what. Yeah, that's true. We still kind of get that a little bit. No, but overall, honestly and truly, overall, life is not hard for us. Like overall, it's just not.
For some of us, yes, it's not hard, which is amazing. Some of us it is, because with these Medicare and the Social Security cuts, it's gonna get real hard for a lot of people that ain't got no K money.
You gotta be prepared then. You see what's going on in the world now? You start saving your money. Start investing your money. Start saving your money. Getting prepared. Start saving your money.
What about the boomers that ain't got that saving money? They can't save your money no more.
We talking about this right now.
And that can be
they still getting Medicare. We ain't gonna get none. By the time we get to our parents' age, we ain't getting none of that stuff. So you better start saving now and preparing now.
Shit, they ain't about to get none. They're about to take away from them too.
No, they're not. They on Big Beautiful Plan, whatever it's called. It said the seniors over 65 will not be affected.
So they grandfather in if you're over 65. Everybody needs that is SOL.
They're gonna be a case by case basis.
But yeah, I just think in a way, yes, we have improved in certain things, technology-wise, life standards somewhat, but we ain't that far from the 60s. You damn near a throwaway, which was only, 40 years ago, 50 years ago, when we just got all these rights?
Yeah, you're right.
My grandparents, your parents was living in the same that we in now. The boomers, they got to see segregation, all this on the way up. And they can tell you right now, because my parents be telling me, we going backwards. Everything we work for is going backwards. That's why I say I ain't saying we going backwards, because to me, I'm looking to the old folks that done said what done happened and how they work for this, and they see everything that they don't work for get taken away year by year, book by book. And then we can say we moving forward.
Every year,
I think we're having two different conversations though, because I think for us, we're focusing on our ethnic group as far as our progression. And I believe we have progressed, because we do have people that look like me and you that's in, state representatives and political figures, et cetera, et cetera. We have activists who make change. We got a lot of nonprofits that are ran by Black and brown people that are specifically for the underserved or, Black Americans. I know out there in Tyler, Texas, they got an organization called Black Nurses Rock, and they do a lot of events. It's a nonprofit. They do a lot of events surrounding Black women's health, breast cervical cancer screenings. They do a lot of things for maternal health. They do a lot of things for vaccines for children and the underserved, that particular organization. But I know we have a lot of other things. So I would disagree. I think we have made some progression. I think this generation learned to maneuver. I think that's the appropriate word. Learn to maneuver around the roadblocks presented. Because although we had, like I said, Malcolm X and Martin Luther King and several others who was fighting for equality, we still don't have equality. But we figured out a way to maneuver that equality in some type of way to take care of ourselves and the community. Now, you're right, Zach, when it comes to we're a lot of Black people at still the hood, the projects, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But that's based off the income rate, right? That's based off the jobs. That's based off who has good jobs or higher paying jobs, or the accessibility to
that's in the education also.
But I was gonna say that because that goes back to
because
education, right?
They're not aware that they can go and get a trade, and that's gonna take 1 year and be making $30, $40 an hour. They're not aware of it.
Exactly, but it goes back to preventative education, like we said many in our early episodes. Y'all, if y'all go binge watch some of our earlier podcasts, we had a podcast about something similar to this. Oh, I won't say similar, but we had a conversation about this, and we got on preventative education. And I said preventative education is something that the Black community does not know nothing about, because it's not heavily discussed. In preventive education, that where it comes into, if I want to get in a better living space or living conditions, I have access to this, and this. That's preventive education. But the Black community doesn't have access to that. So when I say we've maneuvered it, we've figured out ways to work around that and still progress as an ethnic group in some type of way, which I would agree. I think we have, but we still got a long way to go. I still think as all the ethnicities in this country, we still are kind of, I hate to say it, at the bottom as far as respect, equal opportunity, and just the community itself progressing as a one.
We allowed it.
Be one. Yeah, we have. But that goes back to Malcolm X. That goes back to Martin Luther King. It goes all the way back then when
we fell for Lyndon B. Johnson trick.
Yeah, all of
Get us
them.
on Medicaid. We fell for the trick.
Yeah.
And while we fell for the trick, the Asians and the Mexicans and all of the people that came here in that era was progressing.
Yeah, it goes.
So it's the white man's fault at the end of the day.
I wouldn't say it's their fault, so to speak. I just think that we haven't made good decisions, man, as a group, because, and I think we've alluded to this in several of our segments where we've reported, but we talked about ICE, we've talked about Kirk County situation, we talked about so many different situations surrounding, political outrage in our country. But we've always said we have to put aside the differences and come together. And we always said they don't get it, but they get it, just not today. And that's a bad saying because they really don't get it. We as a group don't get it. We look at everybody else as an ethnic group and their ethnicity and be like, man, we want that, but we won't put away the foolish games or the foolish perspectives or ideologies to progress. And I know we get on a tangent now because I just feel like as a race, we're still stuck on cars, clothes, who gangster enough, who from the hood, what hood you from, who can fight, who can't fight. We're not focused on stocks and bonds. We're not focused on trying to understand the trade market and the stock market. We're not focused on trying to understand tax breaks and property management strategies and understanding how these loopholes, when those who have ownership of properties, how they get these loopholes and how they acquire some of these properties with zero to no money. We're not trying to focus on nothing like that. We still focused on what hood you from, who got the nicest car. We still got individuals who look like me and you who will live in the projects, but pull up in a Corvette. So you live in a shack, but your house is only worth $20,000 and your car worth $100,000. Our priorities.
Or we have those who got the homestead that grandma left for them. They ain't fixing up, they ain't repairing, they ain't remodeling. They just living and letting it run down while they driving Challengers and trucks and all this stuff, pocketing their money.
Yeah, yeah, but I still think that our priorities are wrong, because even those who got the homestead,
you let grandma's house fall apart.
Yeah, because we don't understand. But that goes back to because we don't understand.
But you live there. You should want to remodel it because you live there, because you want to live there for free, don't you? You just want to pay the taxes every year. Well, remodel or something.
Well, a lot of people don't understand that you got to pay taxes. They don't understand the concepts of property taxes. I know I got some people that I'm related to that don't even understand the basic concept of paying taxes. They get behind on taxes, and now I can't believe I'm behind on taxes. You got to pay property tax every year. You got to pay it. You got to go down there to downtown, submit this and submit that, then make a payment. And you come with a payment plan, whatever the hell you're gonna do, but you have to pay these people because you have to pay property tax in certain states. So Texas got property tax. So, but we don't understand that. So that's how a lot of homes are lost when it comes to generational wealth or trying to have some type of sustainability. That's why I'm saying.
I got clients in Louisiana. They paying federal tax, they paying state tax, they paying county tax, they paying lot, and they paying homestead fee.
I just think that we as an ethnicity and as a group, fighting for equality and rights, that was one thing. But what was done was knowledge wasn't passed on. You gave us access without the understanding of the access in which we have obtained. That's like teaching a kid how to walk, but don't tell them the importance of each room. This is your bedroom, this is the bathroom, this is the living room, this is the kitchen, this is a garage, this is outdoors. They just walking and going to each room, doing whatever they want to do, but not having the knowledge and understanding how to maximize the space which is presented. And that's the same thing with us as an ethnicity. We've been given access, but we don't really know what to do with it, because we got access, but the knowledge didn't come with it because no one was in those positions, or those who were in those positions didn't pass it on effectively. And some have. I'm not saying this is 100% true, or like every family is like that. Some families have passed it on. That's why they're very successful, but not all. And now we're seeing the benefits or the fruits of that, or the fruits of those seeds planted all them years. Now they're bearing fruit in each generation, because each generation is carving out their own niche. That's what they're good at. Are we good at? We good at entrepreneurship. We're good at rapping. We're good at this. We good at, but we don't have any traditional things that we all have collectively that we can say that we do.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, but I feel, me personally, I just feel that I feel like, yeah, what's going on right now in America, I think it's purposeful. I think it's supposed to happen. I think it was meant to be. It's meant to show us how divided we're gonna fall, and we're gonna have to come together to stand back up and rebuild. And that's what we need, because sometimes lessons and things that happen, sometimes you gotta have to get your butt spanked to realize what's going on. And we finna see that. And not just Black people, we all finna bear witness to what it's like when you allow these things to go on and these type of administrations to come in office.
I can agree with that. It's gonna be a funny couple of years here soon. I think the next 3 to 4 years is gonna be very gut wrench testing for a lot of people to see how hard and how will you survive these 5 4 years, because it's gonna take some maneuvering for sure. There's gonna be a lot of things changing, and people gonna have to see if they can blend in and move with that stuff, or they're gonna fade away and fall out. P, what's the fan mail, man?
The fan mail. Fan mail, fan mail, fan mail. It says, "Hi, Gemstones. Man, I got a situation. Please do not get on my head too hard. I've been kicking it with this girl, and I really, really like her, and we vibe so well together. I mean, we get along, we have similar interests. She's a woman who basks in her feminine energy. Now, here's the catch. She's my best friend's brother's baby mom. I haven't spoken to him.
Hold up.
Situation.
Gotta make sure we get these words right. It's the best friend's brother's baby mother?
Yes.
Okay, come continue. I'm sorry.
I haven't really talked to my partner about it in detail, nor have I even told his brother about this occurrence. Me and her have had several conversations about how we're going to let everyone know about our situation, because things are getting serious. Now, I will say this. I told one of the homies, and he said, "Man, you tripping. You straight out of pocket for this." I really disagree, because I think love has no boundaries. What do y'all think? Please give me your thoughts. And P.S., we've been intimate a few times. I ain't gonna say that. I'm gonna let y'all go ahead.
We know you've been intimate. You ain't gotta tell us. We caught on to that real quick. Child, what you think as a girl in this situation? How would you feel?
So he's still with she's still with the guy?
That's a good question.
What guy?
Are they broken up?
I don't know.
She's just a BM, but they're not together. Okay, well, here's the thing. You just be prepared when it's your turn.
What you mean, Sean?
You could do you all night and day. But when it's your turn, for somebody to go over there in your market, or somebody that you once dealt with and it's your turn, just be prepared, or be prepared for what's come with it. I'll tell you a story right now. Personal mine. You know what I'll be into? I'll tell you who it is. My daddy. My daddy, he ain't gonna never listen to this. My daddy is a stone cold, will mess with your chick. To this day, 68 years old in a few weeks. He will mess with your woman. He don't care if you were the cousin. You could be his cousin. If you had her a few years ago, she free game. That's how you always been. But guess what? Ask what happened when he got them women, though. Ask what happened after he done been with them women, though. Ask about the hell he went through by sideswiping somebody else's former blank, blank, blank. Okay? I tell you right now, woman he was messing with, his first cousin, which is his first cousin / best friend, if you want to say, he got kids with the woman. Now, him and the woman hadn't been together in a good 10 years or so. My daddy was messing with her. He sure was. Right behind his cousin back, was messing with his baby mama. Now, this same cousin, now he my cousin too. He my daddy's first cousin, he my second cousin. Now, this same cousin, little brother, which is my age, well, he 35, 36. Well, you in the same age again. His baby mama, who you think was messing with her too? So when I talk about men, I know about men. I got cousins and daddies and uncles. I know about men. Who you think who you think was her old man to give her $40 for a little yang yang? Who you think that was? And guess what? You better be prepared. Because that little yang yang gonna come with a little twang twang, and it might hit you in the dang dang, and you might end up on a train. Okay? So be careful.
Zack, give your 2 cents.
All right, brother. Who you mess with is who you mess with. Ain't nobody business. But there is a bro code. And brother, I don't know, LP, is he in the bro code or out the bro code? Because it ain't his friend, it's his friend's brother.
Well, let me tell you something. He's the bro code adjacent. Let's put it in perspective. But no, because if you if you've been if this is your friend, this your friend brother. If you hung around them, you didn't hoop with them, you didn't play the game with them, you didn't been to their mama house and ate some food, you bro adjacent. You might not be his friend, but you were hyphened to his friend. So yeah, you're breaking the bro code. And guess what? Typically, somebody gonna get done dirty. It is gonna you get done dirty, or she gonna get done dirty. Somebody, it ain't working out.
I would say this. Just him saying, here's the catch. She's my best friend's brother's baby mama lets me know that you and your best friend close. Also lets me know that you've had some interaction with the brother. I don't know if this little brother or big brother. It wasn't detailed enough. But it lets me know that you have some interaction with the brother. Who the brother who baby mama you with. Well, that sounds bad. So to me, he's out of bro code because quiet as a kept. We've been locked in 15 years. You've been around my family. You've been around my kids. You've been around my mom, my dad, even some uncles, wife, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So we locked in like that. So in my mind, when I'm reading this, that's how I'm perceiving it. He's been around the fam as well. To me, if you messing with your best friend's brother's baby mama, that's dang near like family. The kid that the brother and the baby mama got. You out of pocket. And I'm also thinking you ain't told your best friend because you know you out of pocket. Because if you tell your best friend, it's gonna come with something. And if you go tell the brother, the best friend brother, you know it's gonna come with something. Now, this is just me. It's just me. This is how LP think. Let y'all learn how I think a little bit, Gemstone audience. If I'm best friend's brother, I gotta make sure I say this right. The best friend's brother, you come tell me, hey man, me and so-and-so, we like each other, we together getting serious, woo woo. My automatic thought gonna be, man, my brother knew about this. He ain't tell me nothing. So you telling me as a brother, you ain't tell me that this was going on? How long this been going on? Now you've caused strife between me and my brother. Not to say I care about you being with my BM or my baby mama or my child's mother or the queen of the children, whatever you want to call it. I'm not saying that. It's just the audacity and the disrespect and the lack of, transparency with me during that moment. Because you should have told me when you want to embark on this. Because you've been around the fam, you've been around the kids, you and my brother best friends. You should have said something to me. Forget her. You should have said something as a man. Hey, man, this is an uncomfortable conversation. I hate to say this, man. Hey, one thing led to another. We like each other. We've been texting. We've been talking, man. I just want to let you know beforehand, before this thing take any other turn, that this is going on, fam. So you don't feel no type of way. Now, 9 times out of 10, a guy like me gonna say, oh, man, I appreciate the heads up, man. I wish I well. Because it's a respect thing. To me, I feel like he had the bro code because what he's done is out of pocket. It's totally disrespectful. And I'm looking at it from that standpoint.
All right, let me get my take on it now.
Ain't no bro code because he don't with you. But like I said before, a lot of these men is like my daddy. They'll hit your old lady or your former old lady. They ain't gonna care. So just look.
All right, let me get my take on it now. You know you're in the wrong because the way you said it in the story, when you told one of your homeboys, he told you was out of pocket. When you told your homeboy, he told you was out of pocket, you should have went and told your brother, your best friend. And then y'all could have worked out a way to tell the brother. I don't think you're wrong for being with the woman. We fall in love with who we fall in love with. It is what it is. But I think the way you went about it may have consequences to it. Now, what them consequences may be depends on the brother, depends on the best friend. They could jump your in for 5 minutes, or you could just catch that 1 minute fade. There ain't no telling. But I do think something gonna come from it. And if you don't care about it, it's just a respect thing on the end of the day. Like, man, you ain't respect me enough to do this. Now you over here messing around in my brother's house with his baby mama, with my nephew and nieces in there. What you doing, fam? Good luck, brother. I hope you got some hands. I hope that nigga small. I hope it's the little brother, not the big brother. You might got a chance then.
See, that's what I'm saying, Zach. Somebody throwing hands, fam.
Yeah.
And I don't want to like wish that for him. It's just like, bruh. It specifically said, I told one of the homies, he said I'm tripping, and he know I'm out of pocket for this. I told him, you already, so you was doing the test run. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell him because he ain't gonna tell nobody because we tight like that. He good at holding water. Hey, I've been over here talking to Geneva, man. We been doing this, doing that. What? You're tripping, fam. You gotta cut that off, dog. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You gave a test run. You just threw it out there to see what happened. He know he out of pocket, fam. And you told us, you said, please do not get on my head too hard. Yeah, we on your head hard, fam. I'm sorry. We on your head. You out
yeah, man. That's no. Hey, man. It's a doggy dog world out here.
Well, not even that. I just hope for the sake of the brothers that they may squabble behind this low key.
Well, they don't trust you around nobody else, that's for sure. So every family function going forward, every 4th of July, every Super Bowl party, they gonna have their eyes on that one, you, that and there. Watch that one there.
They ain't bringing no females around that.
They gonna be watching your ass. So real quick, right? So when I was in college, years and years ago, I had met this dude, got cool or whatever. Hung out with him one time. Boom, graduated college. I hung out with him like maybe once or more times, 2 more times, I think. The kids never did nothing. But me and him just wasn't like, we was cool, but some reason why we just couldn't connect. Right? It was always something. So years later go by, I'm with a guy now, and we go to his people's house, and the guy is at the house. So when I see him, and I knew at the time the guy I was dating was very like jealous, so I made sure I did not talk to the guy at all. I was like, I'm like I don't even. So I like I didn't know him. Boom. So we at the house, whatever. I made like I don't know him. So the guy I was dating at the time, he go outside. I'm in the house I'm in the house with the women, aka. So I go down the hallway to the restroom. The guy come through the hallway, and he say some stuff like, he say something slick or whatever. I just laughed off, keep it pushing. Boom. I go sit back down. I'm putting on some lotion. He say, yeah, put them lotion on them little ashy feet. Boom. I still laugh and keep it moving, right? So then I'm getting ready to leave out the house now. I go in the living room. I go to the living room. It's him, the guy that was just said something to me. Mind you, the guy I'm dating at the time, he's not in the house at all. So it's the guy that I used to be cool with, and some more people in the living room, and they were all guys, like maybe 2 other guys. So I walk to the living room, and the one I used to be cool with, the one I pretend like I did not know, he tells me, he said, hey, can you help me with this? Like he had it was his tie. He wanted me helping me with his tie. So I didn't think nothing of it. It wasn't his tie, actually, it was a pin. He wanted to put the pin on his tie. Because we were all, we were getting dressed to go somewhere. So I got one of the pins, and I pinned it on his tie. So I left out of the house after that. Oh Lord! About 2 hours, 2-3 hours later, our hair broke loose. You was talking to that. You was this. You know that. You was so come to find out the one you be cool with. I guess he got some brownie points talking about me. I don't know why. Or maybe because nobody knew me in this particular area that we was at. The town we was at, it's a small town. Most of the females weren't through. So when you get somebody fresh meat out there that nobody else know but you, that's rare. So I'm like, so this then went told the same thing in the living room. Yeah, me and her used to be cool in college. We used to text. We've been out before. We had a little date one time. I don't know. Like nothing too major, but he went and told them that. Would you say that? Why would you not say you don't know me? So we'll try to, ha. So I'm segueing back into your story, sir. So the fact that this guy, I never even kissed him before. We just went out a few times. We was cool, but it just didn't progress. The fact that he ran and told them that he know me, and they then went said something to the guy I was dating, because they know the guy I was dating, they know he was crazy. Well, not crazy, but he was insecure, and he was, they knew that. So they instigated toward him. You gonna swipe her from him, and when you take her to the 4th of July picnic, somebody gonna say, see, you know Tisha too? Oh yeah. And you gonna say, you know Tisha? He gonna say, yeah. And you gonna say, how you know Tisha? He gonna say, nothing, dog. He gonna try to eat it like nothing. He gonna try to make it seem like it's something. So that's all I'm saying. All I'm saying, he gonna He gonna try to make it seem like it's more than what it ain't.
He was just high class captain. That's what you call high. That's what you call high class captain.
What that mean?
He was around the guys. Zack, you know this sometimes. You got guys like this. He was around the guys. You know what I'm saying? You was with who you was with. And I ain't gonna say his name. He know what kind of, syndrome he got going on. And so he was like, hey, yeah, man, back in the day, man, I used to kick it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, shawty cool. Ooh, like, we did that. Man, she cool. Man, hope you, hope you treated good, player. He high.
But he ain't tell it to him. He told it to the friends, the other guys.
That's the point. He high class captain to them. Like, yeah, man, I hope you're doing right.
They ain't gonna tell him, huh?
Because I remember that. Ooh, then they gonna take the nuggets. Hey man, your girl used to be with chicken and they gonna add more sauce to the story. Man, he said
because
he picked
me up and we went to get ice cream and went strolling the park watching the movie. And that was it though. It was real romantic, in my opinion. It was real romantic. But go ahead, man. I'm sorry, I'm going to mute.
What I'm saying, Zack, am I wrong though? He was high class Kevin, man.
I mean, he might have been. Not getting they get around, dude. They get to talking more than they really be doing, acting like they really the man when some of them ain't really the man. It's all right, nigga, just be you, dog. Don't lie on yourself. Don't lie on your meat. Don't nothing good happen to you when you lie on your shit. Just keep it above. You ain't that guy.
No, y'all. He never said he slept with me. He just said he knew me. He said me and him was cool.
That's what we saying, Shot. For me, he's not saying that y'all had any sexual relations.
Because if he would have said, my ex was in, if he would have said he slept with me, it would have been over. He would have won the fight. He don't care if it was 20 years ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. He's not saying that y'all had sexual intercourse or sexual relations. He's saying like y'all kicked it. Like, man, yeah, me and her kicked it, man.
He had access to me.
This and this, man. Yeah, man, we talked for a little bit, man. We went here, we went there. He telling the friends this. And so, because what he's trying to do, and I hate when men do this, it's like they're trying to exert a level of like swag. I ain't gonna say this, but like swag. They got it like that. Like they got the juice like that. You ain't got it like that. In a way, by high class captain like that. Because really wasn't even like that, bro. We had ice cream, bro. I thought you was cool. That was it. And then you said some things. I figured that you was. I think you weird now. I ain't talk to you no more. That's really what it was. Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But you high class captain, you gonna paint a picture that ain't there.
Mm-hmm. We went to a movie. But I also think it's because I ignored him. I didn't speak to him or anything when I got there.
Oh well, yeah, that did it too then, because he probably felt the type of way like, she don't know me. She know me. Damn ice cream. Okay.
Yeah, I've been to. We done hung out a few times.
Yeah, went up and told the guys, hey man, y'all know what, man, his girl over there, fam. Guess what, fam? Back at the Gap. I done heard it a few times. We done heard it for some people that me and you both know. Like, man, now we know you lying. You ain't did none of that with this woman. We know you lying. No, for real, fam. We did this, man, bro. We no. One, you ain't got no money, so we know you didn't do none of that. Two, nah, fam. We know people like that. Nah, man, we know what it was.
But
and this is the thing. He gave a bone to the friends to go bring back to your then man, now's your ex-man. But he was just giving them nuggets and bones to get him all riled up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say to this guy in his story. You not with her, right? Somebody gonna try to hurt your feelings, especially if she was with somebody else before, like actually with them, and now that you with them, yeah, just be prepared for what comes with it. That's all.
Like the old folks say, you can't hit without getting hit back.
Like that T.
I don't think it was that deep because they sound like they were separated. It just he got with her after that. It just.
But how about this, y'all? Can he go ask for the guy's blessing and say, hey, Sabrina, I like her. I know you and her used to be together. You mind if I talk to her?
Yeah.
He usually do that?
He does that and it's done.
Okay, so yeah, do that then.
It's too late.
Go talk to the man.
It's too late.
Late?
Oh,
it's too late.
It's not too late. It's never too late. That's the problem. Niggas thinking it's too late. It's never too late to ask for somebody's respect and their blessing.
For me, because see,
but he ain't got to know he smashed already. He could just say, "Hey, me and her been texting."
He told the homie. Yeah, we keep missing that. He already gave the filler out there. He told the homie.
The homie ain't saying nothing.
The homie ain't saying nothing, but the damage is already done. And we don't know what type of, baby mama this is. You got a lot of different, you got the bitter baby mama, the baby mama who want to throw stuff in your face, the baby mama who wait till she got something over you, then throw something in your face. But you don't know what type of baby mama this is. She might come drop off the kid and they be into it. That's why I've been with your brother best friend.
That's why you need to talk to him now. So none of that stuff can be
He's been doing it for 3 months. He better than you. What? That's all she gotta say. Boy, all he gonna see is red. It's up.
That's why he has to say it now. He needs to go ahead and talk to the man. So none of that stuff can be.
He out of pocket, but he out of pocket though for sure.
Yeah, he out of pocket because he waited so long. He did so much stuff to do it, but he just thought it was probably a jump off. Which out of pocket probably is not. I mean, it depends who you are.
Man, I wouldn't have done that.
But he still needs to say it. And if he says it, it takes a lot of things away. Yes, you ain't gotta say everything, dog. Just like, hey man, I want to talk to her. I've been talking to her for a little while, chit-chatting on the phone. I enjoy her. She enjoys me, I think. We want to see if we can try to make it work. Done. He gonna either give you his blessing or he ain't gonna give you your blessing. And it's up to you to.
He's gonna still hit anyways. So, hey.
I agree. I mean, that makes sense. I still think it's gonna be a problem if he say something though. Because
he says everything, yeah, it's gonna be a problem. If he just keeps it cordial, you're fine.
You know what, man? I'm gonna say
you're gonna be all right, man. Do what you want to do.
We praying for you, man. We praying for you. Do what you want to do. Make your own decisions and your life choices, man. But that's a tough one, bro. Man, I'm praying for you, dog. I'm praying for you. I just hope everything's smooth because we praying for you. We praying for you.
Good luck, brother. And who knows? She might be your wife, so go for it. But just let the people know. Like, talk to the man first. Hit him up in the DM. Call the man. At least give him a heads up. He might not even care. Who knows?
Exactly. But if you don't do it, it's gonna go left quick.
Let him know you putting it down on her.
Oh, I'm not doing that.
Tell him you got her legs to the moon. She said his name.
That's the end of this episode before Shy gets to going.
Take that.
We appreciate y'all for hanging out with us today. We love y'all as always, man. Please keep tuning in. Please keep liking and sharing this podcast everywhere on all social media. And that's it, baby. That's Gemstone. Welcome to the Gemstone Podcast. And we finished out for another episode.
Thank y'all for listening and follow us on all our social media platforms. Send us some more fan mail in.